It's a bright sunny morning, and I'm off. I got a meeting this morning. One of the composters are sending their guy out up here to talk to me about stuff, futures for next year, and just for the future of next year, and even the remainder of this year. We are short on hay. Everybody knows we're short on hay. Everybody is clamoring for hay. I've gotten more calls from mushroom growers to composters than I ever have in my entire career in 21 years of doing this job. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I'm off to an auction a little bit later today after the meeting, and I will take you along. Me and Miss Teresa will be there together to do that job. There's something that I need to purchase. I don't need to purchase it. I'd like to purchase it, and we'll see if it goes for a reasonable enough rate. If it goes reasonable enough, I'm on top of it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll see you there. Green light, right? Green light, and people don't know how to drive. But on another note, and this is totally off topic, but you know what's really crazy? I mean, really crazy. I watched a television show last night. It was River Monsters with Jeremy Wade, which used to be on Discovery, and now it's on Animal Planet. I'm pretty certain that that's how it was. But anyway, he was fishing in Chernobyl's cooling pond. Chernobyl! And God, he's wearing a radiation suit. He took iodine tablets, and he had this little thing and a little thing over here to detect radioactive material. And this freaking thing's going ding, 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 ding. And he's fishing in Chernobyl's cooling pond. If you don't know what Chernobyl was or is, well, it is. Chernobyl was a nuclear power plant that was or still is in Russia. And yeah, you really don't want to be fucking around near Chernobyl. There's a town there that they were walking around in. It's a city, They evacuated like 50, 100, 200, 150,000 people in a matter of a day to get them out of there because they were going to die. But anyway, I remember it clear as daylight when it happened. Yeah, the world's largest nuclear disaster, and that idiot's fishing there. I bet those fillets are good. Pre-tenderized. Hey, Teresa, what did we just do?
Just bought a baler.
We just bought a baler! Yay! Okay, so we went to the auction. A lot of interest in that baler, believe it or not. But they had fish hooks in their pockets, right?
Yeah.
I think they did. See, the problem with a big square baler is they're expensive to ship. They're overweight. They're not overweight. They're over width. And this one does not have a bail chute on it. It has an accumulator. And the accumulator, that was my Uncle Jim we just passed.
Oh, really?
Yes. Anyways, the accumulator is an awkward thing. It's too wide. You can't set it up on its edge because then it's too tall. And who just called me? Whack off New Jersey. That's what it said. So, anyway, yeah. So, we bought the baler. And we're going to pull it home here yet today, I'm sure. We're just going to go back and grab it. As far as the accumulator is concerned, I'll come back with a wagon, throw it upside down on top of one of the hay wagons, and drag that thing home, and life will be somewhat good. So yeah, we didn't pay. Well, let's do some details of the baler. So we go to look at the baler. Me and Joe went up a couple days ago on the 5th, and we looked at it, and I thought, that thing's in really nice shape. You can tell by the tires that it doesn't have much wear on the baler. It hasn't done much road use anyway. And then you look at the pickup, and the fingers look like they were original pickup tines in there. Not all of them, but a fair amount of them. And the bands, or the guards for the pickup tines, they were still the original ones with only 2 or 3 new case colored ones in there, or Heston colored. No, they were case. They were black. So they were the case colored ones. So they haven't even been bothered with in a long time. But the paint wasn't off of them. And then the other telltale is where the stuffer chamber is. The stuffer chamber, the paint was still on all of those bands. So it looked to me as though it was a low hour baler. They didn't clean it up it's as dirty as it was as the day they stopped using it, and the bale was still in there. Somebody cut the strings on the bale and peeled the outer part of the bale off and just left the bale inside. So there you go with that one. But when I got there today, they had the bale count written on the outside of the baler, and it was 8,700 bales on the baler. He's owned it for what, 3 or 4 years. Only did like 300 bales a year, he said, not much. So this is the first time I've ever gone to an auction where I feel that I actually got a deal on the baler. And the guy that was bidding against me, I think if he wanted to, he could have ran me right up to the end of the rope.
Yeah.
I really do, but he was decent. He wasn't a douchebag about it. And yeah, so I ended up paying $6,100 for this baler. So yippee skippy for me. I'm pretty happy, pretty excited about it, and that's that. So we're gonna go by Timmy Cornpicker's place. So anybody that knows Timmy Cornpicker, we're gonna go right by his house. So here we go. We'll turn it around, and there's his buildings here on the left. Timmy Cornpicker's buildings right there, and that's the farm buildings. And then you go over here, and this is his house. I don't know why somebody's out driving. Oh, there's firewood out there. So this is Tim's house. Let's see if he's in there. I do need to catch up with him. I owe him some money. I owe him $150. So I should probably pay him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that later. Anyways, I'm going to go pick up that baler here yet today, so I'm going to drag you along. I don't like auction filming because, I don't know, I bring attention to myself, and I'm really kind of I just don't like showing that part of, I don't know, I just feel uncomfortable filming at an auction. It's like, oh, there's that one lonely farmer guy, and he's here with his camera, right? Oh yeah, it's bad enough. No, it wasn't bad enough. I got to meet some people that watch my channel, and you know, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, for one, to be recognized over your daily life that you post on a website. And appreciate all you guys that came out and shook my hand, and you know, see people that I don't normally see. And the one guy, he's like, man, I haven't seen you at a farm auction in years, a long time. And I says, yeah, the last one I was to was Doris Duke's estate. And that was, my ex-wife was pushing Timothy in a stroller, and he will be 25. So that'll tell you how long ago that was. At least 22 years ago, 23 years ago. Anyways, back. Okay, so this is the accumulator that goes on the back of that Heston 4910. Chain's loosened up on my way back. As far as I'm concerned, the only good part of this thing is those tires. They're good for 1 year. I think they're 11L. No, 9.5L 14s. So they're a small tire, but they're a good wagon tire. There's 4 of them. I could put them on one of the hay wagons, one of the idiot block bales wagons. This is a good thing right here to have. There's so much spare hardware here for any of these. This is a grease block, or it's a grease block, so you grease this. Now, the farmer that I bought the 4910 baler from did not use this thing at all. And I have no intentions of using it either. To me, it's just a waste of space. You know, I mean, there's some flat iron here that was flat. I could straighten it back out again, but this is what holds it together. That piece there and that there, it's upside down. Very expensive. Very expensive if you wanted to buy one of these. I have no use for it. It's an awkward piece of shit. I'm going to torch it right here, straight down, both sides, boom, boom, throw it on the pickup truck after I take those wheels off, put it on there in a manageable size. There's not even square tubing you can salvage from it. Maybe that pipe there, that raise and lower pipe, maybe a little. But other than that, there's really nothing there. There is a hydraulic cylinder or 2 up there. No, it's just 1 hydraulic cylinder. I think that hydraulic cylinder that's up there, I think that'll fit on my stack wagon. Not that one, the old one. And no, it's not inside. It's, you know, it's fine. It can sit out there. Now this baler, on the other hand, this I got to put inside because, and we'll go over it real quick. Ooh, that's slippery. I think the guy that owned this didn't really use it much. I'm going to show you the bale count on it. And right there, that's how many bales this baler has made. It's with the accumulator. It was sold as one unit. I don't know why this got so bashed. I think they just got so mad at it all the time and just started pounding it over, and it started to rub on the flywheel. So that's going to have to be repaired. I think that's kind of silly that they just kept throwing it over onto that. A little bit of care would have went a long way. And it wasn't from this farmer. This was used elsewhere. The farmer that I bought this off of, and you can see in the tires, if you know anything about these balers, these tires don't have any wear on them at all. But if you know anything about these balers, it's got a mess in it, obviously. You know that 140 bales is nothing. And another thing with these balers is these tires wear funny, always. And this is where the accumulator would sit on there. And of course it's missing the center. No, it's not missing. You put that socket or that piece of pipe, it goes in there and there's a bolt and you bolt it fast. But this whole subframe here is coming off and it's going into the scrap heap, just like the last one did. No need for it. I'm going to put a bale chute on it. Now the farmer that owned it, he did not have a chute on it to bale with. Now I always wondered why his bales looked like shit. Well, they come out the back, and there's nothing really to hold them up. You kind of need at least 5-6 feet out here to hold the bale, so it's completely out of the bale chamber before it hits the ground. Right? So that's what's going to get built on there. He always had problems with his bales. Broken bales. You'd see bales sitting on end, which I always thought was weird, but now this explains it. This really does explain it. I will be doing the same treatment to this baler that I did to the last 4910 that I had. Yeah, the same exact treatment. It will be completely, I'm going to clean the bale out of it. It'll probably happen tomorrow, the next day. I will, tomorrow, the next day, get the boys in there with little hand tools, and you kind of just pick it apart. I was told that this baler was inside until they decided to sell out, and then it was put outside, and I believe that, because honestly, this stuff here, it is wet, but it's not drenched. You know, it's wet like you would think it would be wet. And they were baling old rotten hay with it. That's old rotten hay. But anyway, the boys has got to put a dust mask on. The computer is in there, which is good. And other than the work that needs to be done to it, I think it's going to be a fine baler. It'll be just fine. And this is what I'm going to use while I'm down south, up here. I'm hiring my nephew. He's going to be start here on the 1st of May. And unless he wants to start earlier, but I think the 1st of May is a good time to start. Corn planting will be in full swing, and I will need him full time, and we will just get everything set up the way it needs to be set up, and he will run this while I'm down there, and just to keep the flow of hay going while I'm busy. So I gotta find out where Timothy is. He worked all day pulling hay home, and tomorrow I'll deal with the rest of this thing. Yep, tomorrow's my day. So thanks for watching. Sorry I didn't get any video footage of the auction because, I just didn't. It's not my cup of tea to go to an auction and get a camera in everybody's face. I just feel really weird about it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I'll talk to people like I normally do. And I think a lot of people expect me to have a camera running, but I don't. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.